Possession. Hornets, Heat. We'll be right back after this. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche la NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Good evening, guys. The Heat always have a lot of weapons. Jimmy Butler says you're playing with a bunch of guys that do better with the ball in their hands, but it's all about the matchups. Who's got the hot hand or who hasn't touched it in a while. But we really don't care who scores. As long as we win, we're all happy. Kevin?
Veteran team, and I agree with that approach. David, thanks. Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. The forwards are Hayward and Washington. The guard pair, Ball and Rozier. And it's Williams at the center position. And for the Heat, at the guard spots, Lowry and Hero. Caleb Martin out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Adebayo in at the center, locking down the middle. And so the tip-off, it's Miami. Here's Hero, outside Lowry. And there's the pass to Butler. Baseline J on the way. That one falls.
Now, this is where Jimmy Butler started on the offensive end. The mid-range game has always been solid.
Hayward outside. Back to Ball. Pass to Rozier. Here is Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Rozier finds Ball. Washington trying to break free. Ball with the bucket.
What a finish by LaMelo Ball. Thin frame, but that length at 6'7", he can mix it up now.
Rozier against Hero. Knocks it loose. Rozier with the steal. It's all tied in Miami. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
2. The away team. 2. Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for your team.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Lowry out there with Victor Oladipo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Love in at the 4th. It's the group on the floor for Miami. 4-3, Oubre. And it's Lowry with the rebound. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. LaMelo Ball picks one up.
Kyle Lowry may be just a shade over 6 foot, but he has zero problem mixing it up down low. This guy plays with such great fight.
First one falls for him. And the man who many consider the greatest Raptor of all time, Kyle Lowry.
He said he plans to return to retire in Toronto someday. He's already had a street named after him there. And in time, probably a statue in his honor as well.
Robinson's checked in for Adebayo. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Martin's checked in for P.J. Washington. And so he makes both from the line.
If there's been a glaring weakness for the Charlotte Hornets these past several seasons, they clearly are not a good enough defensive team. And I mean that both in the painted area and with their perimeter guard play on the defensive end.
Now here's Oubre. The shot. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Outside Butler. He takes it in. Got a hand on it. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Visiting team, 4.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, what has to happen differently on defense in the second half?
Well, a little bit more activity. And we just have to be committed to what we do. Our identity to be aggressive, but more consistent with it.
Spo, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle there in the first half, huh? It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. Scoring-wise, they broke even in the second, so little ground was lost there. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
They can't be happy with their defense, allowing over 50% shooting. They need to be a lot more aggressive at that end of the floor. Get those hands up, move your feet. Do the Ernie shuffle. Bop, bop, bop. The Ernie shuffle. Bop, bop, bop.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Charlotte?
The road can be unfriendly, and they've clearly risen to the challenge. They're shrugging off the chants from the fans. Defense, you saw it. That's no. They're playing their focus, and they're getting to work. They're playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And here's Charlotte tipping off the second half. Here's Steve Clifford's 5. Rozier on the wing along with Hayward. P.J. Washington is out there with Williams. And it's Ball in at the point guard position.
What a find. The vision of Rozier really coming along nicely.
Outside, Hero. Pass to Butler. Adebayo against Williams. Adebayo kicks to Butler. Shot clock at 5. The shot by Adebayo, no good. And it's Williams with the ball for the Hornets. The lead is 2. And it's Rozier missing. Rozier against Hero. Passes it to Adebayo. He dishes it to Martin. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Substitution on the court.
There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Hero with it. With 1 on the clock. Off on that one. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one.
Miami Heat.
Hornets ahead. They lead by 2. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So with Butler sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Kevin Love out there with Adebayo. Then it's Max Strus. Then it's Vincent, and it's Robinson in at the 3 spot. Here's Oubre. Yes!
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Coming out on the board.
They're trailing by 4. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Some changes. Butler, he's checked in for Max Strus. And Kwai, he's subbed in for Vincent. The Hornets also with a sub. Ball's checked in. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If we make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Gordon Hayward's checked in for the Hornets.
First team foul.
And an intentional foul right there.
Kyle Lowry, first personal foul. Second team foul. Now at the line, LaMelo Ball. 2.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
LaMelo Ball, a guy who is so unique in terms of his frame and the game, but boy, the potential is limitless.
Second one is good. They're both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, we know this. Free throw shooting is such a mental aspect of the game. This guy keeps his composure and comes through.
Outside Butler, driving the lane. Inside. Love trying to break loose. Got a piece of it. And they go to the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Now at the line, LaMelo Ball. 2.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. And the Heat call time here. They're down by 8. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
It's T-shirt time for which one?
present the New Balance Player of the Game, LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this, and on the road no less. Smith surveying the D, and there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
Charlotte ball. Now at the line, James Bouknight, 1.
And the technical free throw is good.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
And so it's Charlotte with the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hot.